Let's try it. Castlevania Symphony of the Night Randomizer world record attempt. Nothing bad ever happens whenever we try and do these world record attempts. So what I've learned is that spawning behind Galamoth is a big no-no. So if we spawn behind Galamoth, we're kind of screwed. But our goal, as always, is to try and beat the randomizer as fast as possible, trying to get a world record. I will reveal the world record time to you very soon, YouTube watcher. But first, you are required to like the video, comment whether you think I'll get the world record this time or not, and subscribe. These are requirements. And once you have done so, the world record time will be revealed to you very shortly. And also, Dracula, you need to get out of here. You're ruining my intro. Thank you. And also, you can click the follow button on the Twitch channel, link in the description, so you can join the live streams. Twitch.tv/DragonBlitz. Come join the chat and gamble your very real internet points on whether you think I'm going to get the world record, which is currently 53:49. The way this preset works is we have the Lycanthrope Wolf movement alongside starting in the second castle. And while in the second castle, we are going to have access to additional movement options to make the second castle not so bad. But, you know what? I'm going to check behind the bookshelf. You can't stop me. It's a freaking mushroom. So the second castle spawn does make things a little bit scary. For sure. Especially this area. This area is genuinely pretty tough as a starting location. Because I don't even think Shmoos die in one hit, which could be a problem. Cross Shuriken. We can maybe use our Cross Shuriken to farm a kill and then get some levels. I want to see how many hits it takes to kill the Shmoo. 2. And that gave us 10 levels. Fantastic. Good start. Strength potion and a sword. Not bad. 4 levels. I feel like the early game is kind of a puzzle to like figure out how to survive wherever it is that you spawn, which is interesting. Why does every seed have the world record? So this is the world record for these settings. Ooh, Vorpal Blade is actually insane. Okay, we're chilling now. Vorpal Blade makes this easy mode. Because at the end of the day, randomizer world records mean nothing. It's just a for fun made up thing. But I'm trying to see how fast these settings can be completed, so keeping track of the fastest completion time is the goal. It's the fun part. Did we get a baby seed? We might have. Possible. Here's the question. Should we kill creature now and get a check out of the way? I think it might be worth it. It's going to be a little slow, but with the Vorpal, I feel pretty confident. And this means we can skip creature later entirely. So I think it's worth it. Because this entire side of the castle is really annoying to get to later. So, yeah, this does require that we kill all bosses, so getting them out of the way now could be good. I don't need that. It's not worth the time to pick it up. It's world record, but the world is 2 people. It's actually 1 people. That's the fun part. Like, if you make your own video game and then don't release it to anybody and then do speedruns of it, you technically have the world record. That's the fun part. That's kind of like what I'm doing here. Sword of Hedor is fine. In this case, the world is in fact a vampire. That's the thing is, despite all of the rage, I cannot stress, so much rage. Like, literally all of the rage. There is no more rage for anyone else. Despite all of that, I am still but yet 1 rat in 1 cage. Whoa! That was interesting. I totally did that on purpose. 5 minutes in the second castle so far. Could be worse, for sure. That's okay. Can you die, please? Yeah. Fill a bat in a cage. True, actually. 2 rats, 1 cage. Don't click that link. Actually, you can click the link. It's fine. I'm still gonna do a couple of item checks. Whoa. My computer just exploded. Was this on the PlayStation? Yes. Symphony of the Night was originally released on the PlayStation. What the hell was that lag? I think it might have been a Windows thing. Sometimes Windows just be like, actually, we need to defrag your rehash to turn your teraflops back into mega blocks or something. I don't know. I'm very... Everything is computer. Six minutes to leave the first castle. Yo, what up, Joe? Thank you for the good luck. Much appreciated. It comes out when you least expect it. I don't need the Twilight Cloak. Did not want to grab that. Waste of time. Ah, unfortunate. Okay. Quick little check here. Unfortunate. Yeah, sure. Echo of Bat. Whatever. Stop. Stop. Getting bullied. Hello? Not a great start, I'll be honest. Being bullied by a bunch of freaking chickens. That's fine. I would never do that now. It's not worth it. Have I ever done it in front of, like, real people? Yes. Pretty often, actually. Look. I am of the opinion that in 99% of social situations, your goal, my goal at least, is to find the funny, make them laugh. That's like my modus operandi, is to precision strike the funny bone. Well. So if that requires that I pull out a little bit of an impression, it's gonna happen. Clown behavior? Literally clown behavior, yeah. But people are acting like clowns ain't cool. Nothing wrong with being a clown. Not related to anything, but my boyfriend liked the latest main channel video. Let's go. Chat, I need you to grab all of your boyfriends collectively and force them to watch all of my videos on repeat. And like and comment and subscribe. That's how we solve this issue. That's how we go big time. I did theatrical clowning for a year. That's cool. Just buy a BF in RuneScape or something. I don't know. People still doing that? I might need to check this. It could be nothing, though. And it's nothing. Okay. So when there's no relic under the stairs. You can kind of check it as you're moving. But even if there's no relic, that does mean that sometimes there's like an item there that you need instead. That was supposed to be a high jump. $500 GP in this economy? I can't afford that. There are Castlevania SotN fans in your area. We just got to start the first ever randomizer dating app. Hot speedrunners in your area. Remember when, like, people used to say that that jump was hard? Love it. Does it randomize who you match with? That's the question. Is I said the words dating app randomizer without actually thinking of the implication of what that would actually be. Marcel! Don't mind if I do. I am going to grab Leapstone. In fact, I'm also going to probably skip library. I'm going to go for the library skip and hope that it works out for us. I managed to stream SotN in a bar last weekend, but the TVs were off. No! What do you mean? Shield Dash Son or Wing Smash Daughter? You gotta go Wing Smash Daughter. That's where the real skill expression lies in this game. Shield Dash Son, he's just trying to mash too hard, you know? I don't want to be the one to teach him about proper mashing technique, you know? Frame perfect Shield Dash Son. Unfortunately, that's, you know, still going to be a no for me. In fact, it's even worse somehow. When are we playing Rumblefish on stream? Yeah. We probably should, huh?
I'm interested.
We could save it for, when? Dude. You know what I just realized? Remember when I said I was going to do library skip? Nobody said, hey, why are you in the library right now? Dude, my brain completely just... Bzz. I Men in Black fucking eraser my brain cells there. Why would we? Because I'm trying to get world record here. Oh. Streamer forgot, loses world record because of it. God damn it. Yeah, we just need to go to Coliseum. Dude, if it's missed at Coliseum, that's such an L. That's really bad for us. I skipped Darkwing's relic. Did I? That's bad. Surely it's not relevant. Gen Z doesn't understand the Men in Black reference. They haven't like remade it at this point. What are you talking about? I thought all media properties from the 80s and 90s and early 2000s has joined the... Ooh, I got the weird jump. The stew of slop. Media property slop that gets remade and re-released over and over and over again. Let's face it, they should teach SotN speedrunning at school. You know, something useful. I'm so punished here. This was the one thing that wasn't supposed to happen. brother. This guy stinks. Referring to myself. Dude, if I just had the foresight to come up here first. That's so bad for us. Oh, and the MP refill glitch, dude. This run is literally insane. If I did the library skip like I wanted to, this route would be so cookage. It'd be so insanely cook. Is this even randomized? Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, wait a minute. Time to wolf rise everywhere, right, guys? Oh boy, my favorite. It's not that bad. The library trip probably cost us like a minute or two, so we can maybe make up that time. You know what? Next time I do a SotN randomizer, I'm going to do the Maria glitch, I think. Am I world record holder? For many things, yeah. I hold too many world records. I don't have enough hands to keep track of all the world records, unfortunately. Nice job, me. It's hard to hold them all, you know what I mean? Bonk. Suffering from success, I know. What can I say? Every time you die, it switches to SotN version. There is a shuffler mode for the BizHawk shuffler that, to my knowledge, only works with Mega Man 1 through 6. But it's set up such that every time you take damage, it shuffles to the next game. And something like that for SotN, where you... I did fucking Richter skip! Camera lock! Dude! What a cheater, I know. Loses time by doing glitches. Run invalid. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Doing something like that with SotN, where every time you take a hit, you, like, swap to a different game, could be funny. I mean, the code is probably easy enough to set up. I would just need to look at Auth's damage code for the Mega Man games and then just figure out how to have that trigger on damage in SotN instead of damage in Mega Man. I imagine it's just pointing to a specific, like, memory address or something in those games. Did we ever resolve the chest dude with the supposed vibrating anal beads helping him cheat? I think he's still allowed to compete. They never found, like, actual evidence of cheating. It was mostly just bad vibes. I'm gonna go this way. If I remember correctly, it was mostly just bad vibes. Because, like, the worst part is like, he wasn't using them to cheat. That was just, you know, a performance enhancer in other ways. Yeah, we'll do this. If I can't enjoy anal beads in chess without being called a cheater, what's the point? That's what I'm saying. This is not the ideal way to be flying around, but, like, what else am I going to do? I could be gravity booting everywhere. That is so true, actually. So true, bestie. Why didn't I think of that? Don't touch me. Ooh, okay, Vlad. Let's go. Whee. Nice. Pretty slick movement there. Not bad. Well, that's the thing is, we don't know Billy Mitchell's setup when he was claiming all of those Donkey Kong records. That's the thing. Did anybody ever check him for potential beads? We've been asking for centuries, but, you know, those details are lost to the annals of time. To the annals of time, if you will. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. I think Todd Rogers might have been the one controlling the button, giving Billy all the answers. Karma coin, not again. In case any of Billy's lawyers are watching this, this is alleged. This is parody. This is protected under Article 1 of the First Amendment. I plead the Fifth. My lawyers look like this. I'm fucking going to jail, bruv. I never said which Billy Mitchell. True! You'll be my lawyer? Oh, no. It's fucking over, dog. Look at my fucking lawyer. Requesting a venue change to Germany? It'll never happen, bro. What the fuck does that mean? You live in Germany! I don't think they're gonna take greetings from Germany very well. That's all. We can have e-girls, but you can't have an e-lawyer. Actually, now that you put it like that, that is discriminatory, now that I think about it. Your Honor, this is my Discord lawyer. We hang out in Discord calls and play Overwatch together. He gives me legal advice. I help carry him to platinum. Zygar, I don't think I can speak on that without the potential legal consequences. Unfortunately, the legal precedent is there. Oh, son of a... Balrox's quarters. That's really rough for us. This run is, it had potential. The thing is, if we find Jewel of Open here, it's not too bad. If we find Holy Glasses, it's terrible. So I could have 2 German lawyers. How come mom lets you have 2 German lawyers? Oh, is that useful? Your Honor, you don't understand. I was just goofing. It was all a prank, bro. Oh no, he's using the patented, it was just a prank bro defense. I sentence you to 1 goof and 10 gaffes. No! Anything but that. I'll never recover from goofing and gaffing that much. The shop didn't have anything that useful, right? The only thing I care about is like mana prism, library cards. Because damage-wise, I mean, we got the Chrysogrim Vorpal combo. Karma coin, so true. So true. It was Jewel of Open. Okay, so we can get Silver Ring out of the way. Maybe even loop around to kill Hippogriff. And then warp back here, maybe. I'm going to skip the money for now, because I genuinely don't think that the shop is going to be particularly valuable for us. Alrighty, something good, something good, something good. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll take it. All right. All of a sudden, things are looking up. Definitely not on the best pace for returning to the second castle, but could be worse. Do I have any iframes that I'm willing to part ways with? Not. All right, well. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. By the old-fashioned way, I mean this kind of scary way, but it's fine. Nothing! That's not what you want to see there, folks. Please stop dying so aggressively. Now my mana is nothing. And these items are ass. Not looking good, folks. How will your hero recover from this one? Use as little MP as possible. What? Why did I do that? That transformation was a waste of time. I am going to refill here. Now we just need to get to the caverns as quickly as possible, yeah? I think I'm going to go from Outer Wall. Although Aurochs might actually be faster because of the warp cycles. Yeah, because it's literally the next warp. I think if it was instant warps, it might have been faster to go from Outer Wall, but still. Dude, this run would have been so good if we actually skipped the library like I intended to. Fuck, why did I bonk? Yeah, 30 minutes in, and we have the entire caverns to do. This is not looking good for a world record. I'm not gonna lie. What's the funniest way to die in SotN? I don't know. There's like a compilation of all the deaths from the Impossible Challenge. I'm sure one of those is probably the funniest. I think he forgot he has Bat. No, Bat costs mana. I didn't forget. I'm doing the wolf movement because it's more MP efficient. I don't have infinite MP. Otherwise, I would probably be wing smashing more. Plus, the wolf can be faster in some spots. Gauntlet's cool and all, but I'm more of a Gauntlet Legacy guy, you know? Yep, that's what I wanted. Why am I grabbing money? There is no money. Money is fake. It's all made up. None of it's real anymore. It's not even based on gold. The gold standard hasn't been a thing for decades at this point. We'll wizard hat. She tried her best. But in the end, you don't succeed. Zoom. Sometimes you gotta put on the robe, the wizard hat, and show him who's boss. My dog goes all over the place. What is the dog doing? We've been asking these philosophical questions for millennia at this point. The smartest minds humanity has ever developed, still to this day, don't have a definitive answer. The thing that's messed up about this is I think we're gonna skip Mermaid Statue. If it's a Vlad, we're screwed, I think. But, like, what am I gonna do, you know? We're not looking hot on the, time it's gonna take to finish this. In fact, Final Vlad... Oh, this seed is looking really rough, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Because, like, our Final Vlad options are not good. Because it can't be Silver Ring. Because we already checked Silver Ring and it was nothing. Can't be... something for a library card. Can't be Spike Breaker, because I think Spike Breaker is going to give us glasses, or the thing that leads to glasses. So, like, best case scenario might end up being just we find something here that leads to glasses. I'm just gonna be a baby about it. And our MP's not looking too hot either. Kind of open for a Mana Prism or something. Dude. It'd be like that, unfortunately. No! What? Nothing? It's never nothing. Spike Breaker was nothing and Silver Ring was nothing? I don't think I could imagine a seed where that has ever happened to me before. Is there a cheat code to take off the music? Yes, there is. If you're going to tell me that you don't want to listen to this, the most beautiful song ever created in the history of time, then I don't know what to tell you other than, you know. They crucified Jesus as well, you know. For speaking the truth or whatever, I guess. I don't know, I wasn't there. Okay, I was going to say. That's... Oh my... There's no way. It's literally merman statue, dude. What the When stealing world records goes wrong. What do you think you're doing here, pal? I'm trying to get a world record in SotN. Why don't you have a seat right over here? What do you think you were doing with that controller there? It's the controller that I used to speedrun with. Not in this seed, you're not. We took a look at your route, and it seems like you skipped Merman Statue. Now, why would you go ahead and do that? Why don't you take a seat right over here? You guys liking my To Catch a Relic Skipper bit? No? Not funny? All right. Back to the drawing board. You're not cultured enough to get it? Oh, okay. I'm not doing a good job of doing a good Chris Hansen impression. I'll grab the Yasasuna, sure, why not? Our brains are cooked, it is true. There's nothing we can do about it. We'll never get them back. The other thing that sucks is I got no magic. Got no mana. It's not even randomized. It's so over. It's never been more over, guys. Well, you know, when you try your best, but you don't succeed. And we have to ride that stupid freaking boat, dude. It's over. Pack it up. We have 15 minutes to beat the game, and we're still in the first castle. Don't even have holy glasses. We would need a quadruple Christmas miracle. It would take over all of the next Christmas miracles for the next 4 years. Just cheat. That too, yeah, actually, now that I think about it. Hold on. Why hasn't anybody thought of this before? If you're not winning, you could just cheat. You'll never... Wait. If you just cheat, you'll never lose. Hold on. This seems like a broken strategy. Am I the first to realize this? Bonk. No glasses. Oh, no glasses. It's over, y'all. Not the glasses. We don't have any library cards. The final Vlad is going to be at Holy Glasses, which means we're going to have to come back to the... The worst part is, if the Silver Ring is at Darkwing Bat, I need to just uninstall the game, because that was a massive throw. Because I could have done Darkwing Bat already. In fact, I did do Darkwing Bat, just forgot to pick up the relic. Not that it would really save us, but, you know. So on the bright side, I guess we're figuring out how bad seeds can really get. you know? Because, like, routing-wise, I didn't do anything that poorly. The only mistake, quote-unquote, was the, obviously skipping Merman Statue, but, like, you know. And the, lack of library skip. But that only lost me, like, a minute or two. Dying to death, that was last seed. This is a completely different seed. The longest SotN run ever. It's a new type of world record, you see? There is a community that has done that before, I think. I forget who it is, but there is a speedrunning community where they have a inverted speedrun leaderboard, where the longest run is at the top of the leaderboard. I remember seeing a YouTube video about it a while ago. The worst nimble seed ever in the long library? Jesus. Also, now that I think about it, isn't everyone going to die to death? So, like, is that really a mistake? Can you really even call it a mistake to die to death? It's not even Silver Ring. I'm going right side. I should have grabbed the warp. Don't worry, I'll find a library card. I'll be bailed out. I'm gonna be bailed out. I will be bailed out by a library card. Trust me. It's going to happen. Because the way this seed is going to go is we're going to find Silver Ring somewhere, and then we're going to have to go back to the first castle. Unless Silver Ring's right here. You know what? Just in case. We can find a stopwatch. Library card. No, don't poison me. Not even a library card. God damn it. You're too busy playing Pot of Greed while I'm playing Pot of Green. We are not the same. My pot is always green. Rolls up fat joint, takes big puff. Support your local liberty. Now, libraries give away free books, so that's like communism or whatever. So it's the opposite of liberty if you think about it. Checkmate, atheists. Whoop, 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 whoop. You know, yeah, not having that warp is like really bad right now, actually. Don't worry, guys, the library card. Library card will save us. I believe we're gonna find the library card right here. Fuck. I've been waiting 57 years for a library card. Shit. Chat, what's the best song in this game? Rainbow Cemetery is pretty damn good. All of them? Damn, you got me. I can't argue with facts and logic. I've been owned in the marketplace of ideas. The worst argument I've ever heard. The Cybertruck is objectively aesthetically pleasing. All right, first of all. Source? The Cybertruck being aesthetically pleasing means there is an objective standard of beauty, therefore God. Dude, honestly, move aside Immanuel Kant. More like Immanuel Kant do any fucking philosophy, moron. Simply, did he not realize the Cybertruck hypothesis? Stupid. What an absolute dingus. 3 chapters of my dissertation were on Kant. I could see it. Dude, library card. It's gonna happen. Fuck! I'm looking like Ren out here, checking every item in the game. Getting my account stolen. Imagine philosophizing. I can't. Good one, good one. I think the best soul for Alucard to transform into is the Blue Eyes White Dragon. If only, dude. If I could create my own decomped SotN fan game, I'd probably have a Castlevania X Yu-Gi-Oh crossover, which is crazy that that has just never happened. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh has put in, I think, like 1 or 2 references to Castlevania ever in the billions of cards ever printed, which is insane. And also, it's like Castlevania monsters are based off of like mythology and shit like that, and some of it is like modern mythology with like Mothman and like the Yeti and shit, quote unquote modern, but you know what I mean. If they wanted to, they could have put fucking Yu-Gi-Oh monsters in this shit. It would have been a solid fit. Honestly. We already killed a creature. I need a library card, please. Save me. Summon Skull? That's what I'm saying, dude. Summon Skull as a boss would have went crazy. Or even as like a summon. He's called Summon Skull. Call him Familiar Archfiend or some shit like that. It would have been fun. But no. Konami's too busy not making Castlevania games. We have Skull Servant? Not really. As far as I know, it's not explicitly meant to be Skull Servant anywhere in the game. Maybe I'm wrong. Is this really my strongest weapon? My strongest potions? Fuck you. Ah! You ever just get wing smashed? All the time in college. Excuse me. The game must have, you know, getting a little gassy. Library card. Fuck! Kids grow up without Castlevania, they have no childhood. Yeah, instead they have Fortnite and microplastics. So who really had the better childhood if you think about it? And Coco Melon, so true. That item was just missing. A library card. Oh, it's over. Harper, I hardly know her. Yeah, Final Vlad is at Holy Glasses, I think. World record is beyond gone at this point, y'all. Damn, I didn't think that the 53.49 was that good, but apparently that seed must have been pretty decent. I feel like I did like every check and every boss, but it must have just been efficient enough. It might also come down to like where you spawn in the second castle, to be honest. Another Girthang. Unfortunately, not today. Whoa. I'm bonking. Straight bonking over here. Do I conceive of any reality where I could have made this world record? If I had found a library card. If I had gone to Colosseum first thing. When I got to the first castle. As opposed to going to Outer Wall. If I had also skipped the library. Maybe? But the seed is very rough. Where was Silver Ring again? It was at Akmadon. So I would have needed to go all the way to Akmadon before entering the second castle. Or sorry, before entering the first castle, actually. So, like... Theoretically, there's a world where it maybe makes sense to do that. Where you go to Castle Keep, grab the warp, kill Medusa, kill Akmadon, grab the reverse Allrock's warp. If you have a library card, actually, that's a pretty decent play. It got me thinking maybe there's some interesting routing decisions that could have been made in the second castle when we first started the game, but yeah. Even with the knowledge of everything that I have, if I tried to craft like a perfect route, maybe it could have beaten world record, but going in completely blind, I don't think so. This is not a very strong seed for a fast time. Even with like the routing mistakes we made. It probably could have been like 5 minutes faster, but we're going to be more than 5 minutes behind the world record, I think. I don't think there's a reason to check this, but I'm going to because I'm... Perfect. Okay, well. No library card. That's actually very bad for us. Library card, right here. Well, it's not a library card. Item. Come on, library card. Manifest. Apparate. Open sesame. I don't think it's happening, y'all. Yeah, wait a second. Is this even randomized? Hold on. Guys, unfortunately, the seed was not randomized. So... that's going to be a disqualification. Pineapple! Oh. Seed was not randomized, hence world record. So true. I didn't check this. This is where the library card is, I believe. I'm starting to not believe, y'all. How many library cards are there in the game? There's like 5 or 6. Just like laying out in the open world. And I found none of them. You think it's over? Does it have anything to do with the fact that the timer currently is longer than the world record? We did not get the world record. Unfortunately. We'll go ahead and put that on, and, you know, what is there to do but ask the real questions that matter in life, such as whether or not this coin flip will result in heads or tails. Why did we skip Crossamon? Oh, shit! Oh, yeah, we weren't going to make it. I also forgot Crossamon. So, GG's. It was never happening. Your boy is cooked and washed. Make sure to wash before cooking. There's a karma coin in the shop. If I had a library card, you know my ass would be in the shop right now. Library card right here. It was here the whole time. Fuck. My goat is washed. Well, it's better than being a stinky goat. Think about all the goats that go unwashed and how much they must smell. Sometimes it's good to wash your goat. Is that a euphemism? Maybe. Yasasuna, wow. Imagine getting the Yasasuna drop. My mana, a double Yasasuna drop? Holy. Can I get these kind of odds for the Saturn speedrun that I'm never going to play again? On track to be worse than the 7-minute Galamoth start? Yeah. This seed was really rough. Granted, I would have saved like 3 minutes if I had grabbed that warp when I was supposed to. Or if I had a library card, I would have saved like 10 years probably. Wow, 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 wow. Weep, 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 weep. Why are so many betting on heads when tails never fails? That's a fantastic question. Maybe they're just trying to donate their hard-earned channel points to those in need, you know? Alrighty. Nice try, nerd. Better luck next time. This is reality of gambling, yo. Just in time. You got 2 minutes to see if you have the reality of gambling on your side. How many Castlevania I play? Most of them, I feel like. The only Castlevania games I haven't played is like the Game Boy ones and like the like what, Castlevania Legacy or whatever. I've never played that. I've never played Castlevania 2. And I've never played what's it called? The ones that came out on like Xbox 360 and shit. I'm forgetting their names. Lords of Shadow, yeah. Do you think a castle game without Vinia would do better than a Vinia game without a castle? Ooh, good question. Yeah, if Castlevania is so good, why isn't there a Castlevania 2? I haven't played Circle of the Moon. No, I have. I definitely have. I'm one of those weirdos that actually thinks Circle of the Moon is pretty good. All things considered, the fact that it came out on the Game Boy Advance, the day of the Game Boy Advance releasing, it was a launch title, it's pretty decent. Worst Castlevania? It's probably like one of the Game Boy ones. Just because it's like, that's like saying what's the worst Metroid game? I don't know. It's probably Metroid 2 because it's on the Game Boy. The Game Boy did not lend itself well for many a good video game, unfortunately. Guys, it's not Harmony of Dissonance. It's fair to not like Harmony of Dissonance, but it's not the worst. Not by a long shot. Honestly, Haunted Castle might be the worst Castlevania game. That game is actually just garbo. Harmony of Dissonance is the worst Metroidvania. I think most people would say it's either Harmony of Dissonance or it's Circle of the Moon, yeah. At least Circle of the Moon is like unique in the fact that you play as a whip user. Oh, that's not true. Harmony of Dissonance, you play as a whip user as well. Never mind. Shit. Wait, are they the same game? Just with different graphics? Have I ever played the Gacha CV? No. That shit was an Apple Arcade exclusive in North America. No, that's not true. It was initially test marketed in Canada for like 4 years, and then they deleted everybody's progress, released the game internationally, but only on Apple Arcade. So because of those two factors, the fact that I'm not Canadian and the fact that I do not own a single Apple product in my life, I just was not able to play it. So I guess I could have like figured out an iOS emulator or some shit like that and tried it or something. I don't know. I could buy Apple product and become Canadian. If becoming Canadian was on the table, I'd have so much less stress in my life. You guys have no idea. That's not true. Canada's dealing with plenty of their own shit. It'd be different stresses at least, and that's fun sometimes. Would I rather become an Apple or buy a Canadian? I'm pretty sure buying a Canadian is illegal. Coin flip time. Heads, I buy the Canadian. Well, it's literally always tails. GG's. GG's, and the game crashed. You love to see it. Truly the greatest ending to a randomizer of all time. Hey, YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We were only 10 minutes behind the world record. Haha. Damn. That was a rough seed. But even with a very rough seed that was played poorly, I still, you know, a little over an hour, which goes to show that I think this preset can be pretty decent. If this is the worst seed we've seen so far, like, and it's only an hour, like, that's not bad. Yeah, so if your seed name has a character in it and you use the auto tracker, it can crash the game. So I think the colon in the seed name crashed the game, if I had to guess. But I don't know. Either way, was fun. Join us live, YouTube, twitch.tv/DragonBlitz. Anyways, I'll see you later. Bye-bye, YouTube. Bye-bye.